Happening now, protesters lined up outside of the Sangamon County building demanding answers in the death of a Springfield woman who was shot and killed by a Sangamon County deputy.
Police responded to a report of a prowler around 1 a.m. on July 6th. This was in the 2800 block.
By High Productions, I will be sitting in for Mr. Follow-Up today. Today I want to talk about something that's been on a lot of people's minds lately, the tragic death of Sonya Massey in Springfield. Sonya Massey was a 36-year-old woman who was fatally shot by a Sangamon County deputy, Sean Grayson, on July 6th. The incident happened around 1:00 a.m. when deputies were responding to a report of a prowler on Hoover Avenue. But here's where it gets complicated and heartbreaking. The community is demanding answers and accountability. So far, very few details have been released about what actually happened that night. Sonya's family has brought in civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, who's also represented the families of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor.
Also with me and Ms. Haley's Cliff Jones, who's going to assist me today as we talk about the results of the autopsy.
Yet, the Illinois State Police, who are leading the investigation, say they can't release much information right now. They're trying to protect the legal process, but this has left the community angry and frustrated. Protests have erupted across Springfield, with people calling for justice for Sonya Massey. Crump has been vocal about the need for transparency, saying, "We need to know what happened in those 30 minutes between the time the call came in and Sonya was shot."
However, we do need answers. We want a transparent investigation.
The community wants a thorough and impartial investigation, and they want it now. Beyond the immediate call for justice, this tragedy has sparked a broader movement for police reform in Springfield. Hundreds of people gathered for a peaceful march and barbecue to remember Sonya and to demand accountability. Governor J.B. Pritzker and Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton met with Sonya's family and promised a thorough investigation. But the community wants more than promises. They want systemic change. Senator Doris Turner announced a new bill that aims to strengthen police hiring regulations and impose stricter laws for officers. The goal is to prevent individuals with questionable pasts from entering law enforcement. Turner said, "We need to ensure those entrusted with protecting our communities are held to the highest standard." The hope is that Sonya's tragic death will lead to meaningful reform and a safer future for everyone. So what can you do? Stay informed, use your voice, and push for the transparency and accountability that Sonya Massey and her family deserve. Thanks for listening.
An unnamed Sangamon County deputy responded to a 911 call from Sonya Massey, who called the police after concerns of a prowler. The deputies entered the home. The charging documents say Grayson made a comment about a pot on the stove. Massey set the pot of water down on the counter. Documents say that despite distance and relative cover, Grayson pulled his handgun and threatened to shoot Massey in the face. She then put her hands in the air and said, "I'm sorry," while ducking for cover behind a counter. Grayson got closer and continued to yell at Massey to put the pot down. He then fired 3 shots, striking her once in the face.
2868 Hoover Street, county's out requesting EMS. There's shots fired, stating that a female shot in the head.
In court Thursday, a judge denied Grayson pretrial release after arguments that he's a danger to the community. Some people in the room erupted in applause. An Illinois State Police investigation says Grayson was not justified to use deadly force. Sangamon County prosecutors say Grayson instructed the other deputy to not provide medical aid to Massey. Grayson's lawyer argued that he is not a flight risk and that complications from colon cancer puts his safety at risk while in jail. He faces 5 criminal counts, including 3 counts of first-degree murder. He faces life in prison if convicted. Grayson's body camera was not on during the shooting. It was turned on after. Footage was caught on the other deputy's camera.
And audio from the Sangamon County Dispatch states a contradiction from Sonya Massey's official cause of death. A criminal investigation states Massey was shot in the face by Sean Grayson. Here is audio from after that shooting.
Just confirm self-inflicted. Two I'm out.
Copy County's update. I didn't. Self-inflicted. Okay, thank you.
We asked Sangamon County if they knew who contacted dispatch and told them the gunshots were self-inflicted. An official tells News Channel 20 he was not aware of the audio or who would have made that claim. The body camera video from the night of that shooting will be publicly released on Monday. Be sure to stay with News Channel 20 on air and online for the latest on this story. Sonya Massey's family has hired well-known civil rights attorney Ben Crump following her death.
We plan on exploring every legal avenue to get full justice for Sonya Massey. Just like we did with George Floyd, just like we did with Breonna Taylor, just like we did with Tyree Nichols.
Crump added he thinks civil lawsuits against local governments can deter future cases of police brutality. He says he appreciates Sangamon County being able to charge Grayson within 10 days of the shooting, but he says it is vital that he is convicted and sentenced to the fullest extent of the law. Grayson
has been charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder. His next hearing is scheduled for August 26th. Springfield community came together tonight to honor the life of Sonya Massey in a peaceful manner.
It was very powerful, just seeing all the people come out from our community, different ages, different races, different sexual orientations, all coming together for one cause, which is to get justice for Sonya Massey.
I mean, I'm here with misty eyes right now, literally, because even just talking about this.
With the Illinois State Police releasing the body cam footage of the fatal shooting of Sonya Massey, organizers thought it was important to provide an outlet for the public to peacefully gather and honor her life.
And have people come up here, be able to express themselves on the open mic. The kids are playing basketball, we've got face painters, and we've got free haircuts and free food. So the family of Sonya Massey comes in peace. They don't want anybody destroying our community, and we have to come together, you know, to spread love and peace.
I knew her personally. It was my friend's mother. Just was always happy. It felt like I never seen her sad personally. But I only seen her a few times anyway, but I just knew her. And I feel like she always gave me hugs, and it was just sad.
The people I spoke to who knew her said she was nice, gentle, and God-fearing.
My mother, she was right there next to me. We just hugged. I started crying. I just couldn't pull myself together. It was very sad.
There was also a petition being circulated around the event. They're looking for an investigation into Sangamon County's decision to hire Sean Grayson. Massey's family and their lawyers have brought up concerns about his arrest record in working for 6 departments in 4 years.
We are still working on confirming the reasons why Grayson left each individual department. Attorney Ben Crump, who is taking on the case, as well as Sonya Massey's family, addressed the public for the first time after that body camera footage was released.
Where is the humanity? Where is the training? Until we get justice for Sonya Massey, we rebuke this discriminatory criminal justice system in the name of Jesus.
Crump said he will fight for complete justice for Sonya Massey, including figuring out how the deputy got hired, as well as urging Congress to pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. Now, during the press conference, Sonya Massey's father demanded Sheriff Jack Campbell resign.
Crump said experts are currently going through and studying the body camera footage.
Ben Crump announcing today at the news conference that Sonya Massey's family met with Governor J.B. Pritzker and Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton.
They understood that oftentimes Sonya Masseys of the world don't get due process of the law, and that they were committed to saying this is going to be a fair and transparent investigation and process at every level.
We did reach out to Governor Pritzker's office about the meeting. They told us that while the details were discussed with the Massey family will remain private, they are committed to further efforts for racial justice in Illinois.
Senator Doris Turner has been working alongside civil rights attorney Ben Crump and Sonya Massey's family to demand justice.
He said that Senator Turner is putting forth a bill to say that you shouldn't be allowed, if you are accused of some kind of unethical or violation of policy within one law enforcement department, be able to resign without having any findings and then go to the next law enforcement agency.
Senator Turner also told us last week she will be looking into body camera regulations as well and may propose new legislation to crack down on those laws. We reached out to Senator Turner's office for a comment and have yet to receive a response. Despite the whirlwind investigation and body camera footage being released just yesterday, the family is taking time to reflect on who Sonya Massey was.
Sonya was the daughter of Donna Massey and James Wilburn. She was a mother of 2 children and had 3 siblings. Today, her oldest son, Malachi, was asked to share what his mother was like.
She was loving, caring. She knew how to cook. Love her cooking.
Yeah, I ate it up every day.
The best cooking ever ate, go out. Yeah, she was just a ball of energy. She could talk to anybody. Like, we go anywhere, she want to talk to him, she go talk to him. She just, I don't know, she was just a lovable person. She always helped people too. That's the thing about her, she helps everyone.
Now, Senator Doris Turner said the Masseys used to live on the same block as her, and she was friends with the family. She described Sonya as soft-spoken and said she will make sure that Sonya's memory lives on.
The family of Sonya Massey is demanding answers. They say they were not given the correct information on what led her to being shot when they arrived on the scene July 6th.
Sonya Massey's family is saying they were never told that the deputy was the one that shot her and didn't find out until the next day.
When we arrived on scene, we were trying to figure out what happened. We were looked at like they didn't know what was going on. They laughed at us.
I once was out told that the officer did it. They tried to make me believe that it was a neighbor or somebody that did it.
Most deputies would not be able to tell a family directly what happened, even if they witnessed it. They would have to work through the investigative process.
Massey's family claims that they were misled about who fired the shot that killed her, and they had to find out that it was deputy involved through the internet.
Making sure her case stays front and center. Tonight, a rally made its way through Springfield calling for justice.
Protest had started in a parking lot.
It was a senseless killing, and it's been happening so many times.
Before marching a half a mile to the Sangamon County complex.
Top to bottom. Accountability top to bottom, nationwide. This is beautiful, the fact that it's nationwide.
Hundreds of people continued to call and chant for justice for Sonya Massey, not wanting her name to fade away after she was shot and killed by a Sangamon County deputy.
Justice, no peace. Prosecute the police.
The shooting of Sonya Massey has become a national story, with questions being raised about the former deputy Sean Grayson's arrest history and 6 jobs in law enforcement in 4 years. Signs read, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," one of Massey's last words to the deputy who shot her.
We rebuke any evil in the name of Jesus.
People said the protests need to continue.
This is what we need to do every day, and cannot let our good sister's name go in vain. Holding everybody accountable. I'm here because y'all hold me accountable. And I'm going to see that same